Football on the horizon here at Kansas City's Arrowhead Stadium. Today we're treated to an entertaining preseason contest between the Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Chiefs Kingdom, welcome your 2026 Kansas City Chiefs.
And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And we're off from Arrowhead. On the return, here's Nico Remigio. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now, following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And, man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. He'll get it to Rashee Rice. Complete. And they're going to have the first down. Nice chunky yards there. Give him about 17 of them.
We just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Oh, he rocks that tackler. Ball is out. Mahomes fumbled it. Picked up by the Rams. They won't get much on that return, Brock. Actually might have lost a little ground, but they do gain possession of the football.
When you choose not to slide as a quarterback, that's what can happen. And those Predators feel that prey, and they go after. Not only do they want to hit the quarterback, to hit him and knock the ball out, that is just a worthy celebration on that sidelines.
So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. Bringing them out to one of the league's all-time leading passers. Captured his first MVP award last season. It's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle Father Time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear in the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. 2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. The first carry now for Kyren Williams. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. Coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Running back sent in motion left. They'll throw. 3rd and long. Throw reeled in by Whittington. And he's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more in that first down. I know it's early, Brock, but that felt kind of big. A lot of momentum generated from that turnover was about to disappear if they didn't convert.
Yeah, there actually is some pressure on this opening series to score. I know pressure's a privilege, but that turnover gave them some early momentum, but it won't just disappear if they'll fail to score. It will actually head to that other sidelines.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's Stafford. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Picked up a few on that first down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. Going left side, Williams with it. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Something he does so well, Nick Bolton making the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. If you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll air it out on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. Up the gut they go with Williams. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Play action now for Stafford. This one's misplayed and falls to the ground. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Draw play. This is Williams. He stopped here, gain of about 7. And that's going to set up a Rams 1st down. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now we'll run here with Blake Coral. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. Working on 2nd down. Stafford. And this throw is going to be incomplete. 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Give to Corum on the draw. And they drop him just a couple yards beyond the line. It's 4th down now. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. Nevis able to knock it through. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. 2nd down, Mahomes. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. To the air, Mahomes. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
3rd down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but 3rd down, that hurts even more. Gives him the first. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
Hey, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
They'll go with Walker on the counter. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Tight end going in motion here. On 3rd down, Walker. And he's hauled down just beyond the line, but that's all they needed. Just a single yard for that 1st down. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock. Continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
And he's going to want another chance of that one. A catchable ball indeed. Just couldn't come up with it. 2nd down. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still second down.
Following the penalty, 5 yards to go here on second. Now it's Mahomes. He keeps it and takes off. And Mahomes has enough for the first as he slides down to avoid that contact.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Toss play, this is Walker. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
You know, we love to talk about corners. Those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
On second down, Mahomes. This one's to Rice out on the right side. And he'll get this forward to about the 28. Jalen Watson in there to bring him down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 13.
The Rams into the dime. Third down coming. Mahomes. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. So on fourth down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Butker knocks it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
Hey, compared to the kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Blake Corum now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Rams headed back after their second drive now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. A good gain here. 11 yards it looks like. That's going to pick up a first. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. First down now, ball at the 33. Corum trying the right side. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. throw, Stafford. Oh, he needed only one hand to make that grab. And no first down here. He's up to the 42-yard line. Another half yard, and he'd have had it.
I remember a time when these were ultra rare. Only a few players could pull them off. Well, now you see receivers actually practicing one-handed catches. They're becoming much more commonplace. I'll tell you what, though, doesn't make it any less impressive. What a catch.
Turning to Hunter on third down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Well, tip of the cap to this defense. They needed just a little, and they got less, Brock. Not a fourth down I think that they expected they'd be facing.
No, and what it does, too, is it just creates some doubt. You know, for that play caller, you want to pound the football, move the chains. You've already probably got your first down call made. Nope, not so fast.
Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Mahomes. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And has him 11 before heading out. So a little momentum here for tackling this 3rd down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
3rd and just 2 to go. Back to throw, Mahomes. He's going to run for it. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We've set it down from 37. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county. Ooh, boy, that play action nearly backfired right there, Brock. Took a little bit too much time to set it up and some quick thinking at the end there to get that throw away as the hit arrived.
Yeah, you know, that's really well said because, you know, you could feel sometimes as a quarterback on drop back, you know the timing.
Yeah.
Play action, sometimes it gets a little hairy. That was pretty savvy of him to find an incompletion.
And an unforced error. Can't bring that one in. That's going to go as a drop, and that means it's 3rd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
Penalty moves him closer. It's 3rd and 5 now. Looking to throw Mahomes. Got it, man, and Kelsey has it. Out of bounds he goes after about a 5-yard pickup. And that earns Kansas City the first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
At the 47-yard line.
1st and 10 here for Mahomes. Now it's 6 completions in his first 10 attempts in this game. Walker now from the gun. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. The first carry now, Brashard Smith. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Third and long for him here. Trying to lob that one in, but no luck.
I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Ariza to handle it. And this was pylon hunting for a moment, but it's over the goal line and out the side of the end zone for a touchback. As the Rams get back out there, here's a look at defensive coordinator of the Chiefs, Steve Spagnuolo. And for Spagnuolo, a chance to actually face the team he once ran as head coach. He led the Rams when they were back in St. Louis from 2009 to 2011. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground, Corum. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Bring the tight end left. Snapping to pass here on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Send the tight end in motion. Throw here, 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer through defense.
3rd down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down.
Already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Looked like a passing set. Left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel. Doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards. Keep your opponent off guard.
2nd down run by Corum. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Stafford now on 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Ethan Evans back out there. They're going to punt it away again. Chiefs have Nico Remigio out for the return. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. As the Chiefs go back on offense, we take a look at Rams defensive coordinator Chris Shula. Of course, the Shula name quite famed in coaching circles. His grandfather, the Hall of Famer Don Shula, both his father David and Uncle Mike, NFL coaches as well. And for Chris, this is his 3rd season as the DC in LA. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes now. Oh, no, he lost control of another one. It's scooped up by the Rams. And he will take it back for the Los Angeles touchdown. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot, quickness, right? It's usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Send right down the middle and good. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Chiefs 3.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. The return comes to an end, and now let's hear what this flag is all about.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got caught, and it lessens the return instead.
Automatic first down.
The face mask penalty has him much further up now to begin this drive. Throwing is Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A pickup of 17. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Walker on first down. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They send him left out of the slot. Mahomes throwing here on 2nd. He'll step up, and there he goes.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scrapes a positive gain out of it, it's still a win for this defense.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. This is Smith. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down. Well, running it was a long shot, right? We all knew that. And even with that small pickup, still a few yards away from moving those chains.
And I don't mind the run call. I really don't. Those can be very effective in those situations. But that defense, they were up for it, and they hit it before it got started.
Mahomes to throw for it. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Here's Corum to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
As a play caller, kid, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
They'll stick with Corum. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be 3rd down. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Stafford back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short. So expect a punt coming up here on 4th down.
A gain of 7, but it's 4th down.
Ethan Evans on that punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. We're to the end of 1. It's a 10-3 ball game. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll take over here following that punt to end the 1st. Play action, Mahomes. Wow, it's free again! But it looked like the Chiefs got this one back. Ooh, lucky break there, making that recovery. And after losing a hold of that one, he's still shaking up on the play. So we'll see team personnel out there to tend to him. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down. Fields throwing here. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
His pass.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Fields now on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
So on 4th down, out comes Matt Ariza to boot it away. Back deep for the Rams. It's Xavier Smith. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely, and that'll be a touchback. Now L.A. getting its offense all set to go. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Hunter. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Ashton Gelati driving in there for the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. On the give, this is Hunter. Pop behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, we call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Here he goes, third and long. Got a man, that's Nakua. Down he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. We'll bring up a Rams first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
First and 10 from the 32. From the gun, a carry by Corum. We'll call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards at second down. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Giving this to Hunter. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up third down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Man in motion, out of the slot. To the air on third and long. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
The Rams are set to punt, and he's been getting all of it every time out. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First call here coming from the shotgun. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
Second and 10. Need something positive here. Fields looking to throw. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's brought down at the 30, right near that line of gain.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
That last catch looked good enough for the first, but they're going to need another inch or two here on third down. Fields to throw it. Here's a screen now for Walker. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
6-yard loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Another punt coming up. Matt Ariza to do the honors once again. Smith on this return. The Rams headed out to the field now. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. And send a receiver left. On 1st down, here's Hunter. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
They send a receiver in motion right. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Nothing doing on the draw, Brock. That's going to send him backwards ahead of 3rd down. These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Throwing now, Stafford. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
The Rams are set to punt. And he's been one of the players of this game. And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Fields. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And they scoop it up. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And it looks like that'll be Rams football. And he's going to take it back for the LA touchdown. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover they were able to take back. They were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it. I felt it.
Yep.
Everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway. They wanted to one-up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. Now lead by 14 points.
Chiefs 3.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. They'll go with Walker on the counter. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Off play action, it's Fields. Pressure closing in, they're going to get him back at the 20. Kuna forward. And it's back to 10 now to go on 3rd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Motioning the tight end now. They'll throw 3rd and long. Look at that power, deep left side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Matt Ariza on to punt. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And things just seem to keep snowballing for them. Now their special teams is involved. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Rams on offense. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Stafford now off the play fake. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. But a Ram found his way to the football first, and they avoid the turnover. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long. Back to throw, here's Stafford. He's got a screen to the running back. And he's brought down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays on the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Stafford. Dumped off to his running back. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short. So they expect a punt coming up here on 4th down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right along. When I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field. Not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Fields. Now he takes it.
The positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
Second down now, they need 7. Hand off to Walker from the gun. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. It was Quentin Lake making that stop.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
They send a tight end in motion. They fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
It's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And another mistake for them here. This punt had way too much on it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams set to go on offense once more. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Hunter on the inside give. He's brought down. Play goes for, looks like about 11 yards. And that's going to be a Los Angeles 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And give him the 1st down, Brock. Great results. That snap goes for 17. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Adams put in motion right. To throw. Stafford. Complete to his running back. This is Jarquez Hunter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
It just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball, and because of it, those chains are a-moving.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. We pick the handoff now, Stafford. That's complete. Naku on the left side. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
Just a yard on that catch, so 2nd and 9 coming up. They motion the tight end over. And it's off his hands and incomplete, so an opportunity unfulfilled on that 2nd down. That means it's 3rd down. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Stafford now. And no place for him to go. The Chiefs take him down. And that's going to bring up 4th and 19 now.
Hey, 3rd down, I get it. Give your quarterback some freedom, right, to make the play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
Nathan Evans on now to boot this one away. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty.
Infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 1st down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. Looking to throw Fields. And instead of a receiver, that one finds the ground. Incomplete. It's 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's Fields to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Now air it out on 3rd. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. Stop finally made after they give up 16 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down Chiefs. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. They give up the gut to Walker. They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play block. That's going to set them up with a 1st down. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust, right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Rushes right there as he releases it. He's nowhere near the target. Lucky to avoid a sack there, Brock. It is 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Fields gets it out wide quick. Oh, he's denied the first, but not by much. His play gets down to the 42-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
So 3rd down and about a yard ahead as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from Arrowhead on the other side. That last catch looked good enough for the first, but they're going to need another inch or two here on 3rd down. Here's Smith. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
No gain on the play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Trying for it, it's Walker. Up to the races, middle of the field. Touchdown, Kansas City.
That's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that cuts the lead to 7.
17. Chiefs 10.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Xavier Smith bringing this back. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. From the gun, and give to Hunter. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that gives LA the first.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
We've set it down from 37. Here's Stafford. Connects with his back, Hunter. And he won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So 2nd and 13 now after that last catch wound up losing him 3 yards. Putting the tight end in motion. A 2nd down throw from Stafford. On the outside, he's got Nakua. And has him 11 before heading out. So a little momentum here for tackling this 3rd down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around. They know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Stafford back to throw. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Yeah, and a little would have done the job, but they threw for a lot there, Brock. Just couldn't make that deep shot work.
Kate, if you look at just about any pass play known to mankind, there's something called an alert, right? Somebody that's going to clear something out for somebody else, and that was an alert, that was a shot, just didn't hit it.
Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. So that's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs taking over now, real late in this opening half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. First call here coming from the shotgun. Sending a tight end in motion left. Now Fields. This one finds Kelsey. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Now it's Fields. Lost control of another one. But it looked like the Chiefs got this one back. Ooh, lucky break there, making that recovery. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's intended to. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. Got the catch, but didn't get any yardage on it, so still 10 to go on 2nd down. Now Stafford to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And give him a fresh set of downs. That play goes for 10.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion. They can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Now Hunter. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it here with Hunter. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Throw here, 3rd down. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. And off his hands and incomplete. So that drop means they failed to convert on 3rd down. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. punt team on the field. And Evans, the one to kick it away. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And as we're being reminded of watching this package, there have been quite a few mad scrambles for the football in this one. It has been put on the deck a lot, and unfortunately, they haven't always been there to make the recovery.
Yeah, I think this is twofold, Kate. I think, number one, this is a defense who has studied its opponent and their tendencies well, knowing there were opportunities to rip the ball out of their hands. And then offensively, this has been a mess. And this is one of those games where it's just error after error after error, and you know they typically come back to bite you.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
2nd down throw for Fields. He can run it. And into the slide he goes after a gain of close to 5, Brock. That will bring up 3rd down.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Dime coverage from the Rams as they get prepped for this 3rd down. Fields looking to throw. He's going for it himself. And he makes the stop, but I don't think it was clean, Brock. It looked like he got a hold of that face mask. Yep, and the flag is out.
Defense.
Sometimes if it's real quick, doesn't always get caught, but officials in position to see that face mask pull that time.
First down.
So the big penalty brings up this fresh set of downs. And this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Fields throwing here. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. Good tackle as that ball is secured, limits that gain to 8.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it or, in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
So a couple yards to go here after they picked up 8 on that last play. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That one's incomplete over the middle. Well, they're caught in that vicious cycle, Brock. They're losing partially because of the struggles they've had throwing the ball, but because they are losing, they've got to keep throwing it and risking these contested lanes.
I've said to you once, I've said to you a million times, coordinator's job is to get you open, right? My job is to get you a one-on-one, and your job
is to win.
And they're not doing it.
Fields now on 4th. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Through the defense he goes. Root to Bird. And he takes this one back and in for the Los Angeles pick 6. Heads-up play from the linebacker there to take a short, innocent pass and just turn it into a major highlight for him and his guys.
And I know people are watching that going, how in the world the quarterback not see that linebacker?
Yeah.
But sometimes, Kate, your focus is so much on the safeties, the nickel, the corner. You just take for granted you could fit that ball in, and that linebacker said, not on my watch.
Nevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Send right down the middle and good. And they bump their lead up to 14.
Rams 24, Chiefs 10.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sat down behind the line. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Fields to throw it. That's brought in. It's his back, Rashard Smith. So this one on the defense. And they haul him down, but we all saw it. That's pretty awkward, partner. This flag should be a face mask. He didn't have a grip on the face mask long, Brock, but it was enough to draw the flag and move the offense forward.
Automatic 1st down.
So thanks to that personal foul, it is 1st and 10. Running it after the penalty. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Well, you taught me, Brock, sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Motioning one of the tight ends. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Rolling from the gun here. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. Across his body, and they make the interception. And the Rams get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return. Well, depending on which side of the ball you're looking at here, Brock, things have either been very sharp or they've been just awful to start this second half. 2 drives, 2 interceptions now.
And where do you think I'm looking, Kate?
Oh, I know. Where you been looking?
Oh, it's a miserable place to be as a quarterback, just knowing you're hurting your team, not even giving yourself a chance, giving the ball away.
Now L.A. getting its offense all set to go. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. On the play fake, here's Stafford. That's complete. Naku on the left side. And his effort after the catch gets him up near that marker. Gain of 9, Brock. It's 2nd down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on 2nd. Try right side. It's Hunter. Well, that's not what the offense style, though. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Stafford now on third down. And that's incomplete, so the defense forces fourth down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. The Chiefs' offense out to take over. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. It's going to be taken down here, but not before the play gets him 12 big yards and a first down. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. They go RPO, quick throw, grab by Thornton. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on 2nd down. Here's Fields to throw. And that's incomplete. They have kept faith in him, but the drops piling up now in this game, Brock. Latest makes it 3rd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw Fields. Loses it again. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And this one, not surprisingly, Brock, a loss of yards as they had to scramble to even get that football back. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now they got to be special.
Fielded at the 11. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Now elsewhere on the return, there's an injured player in need of some attention, which he will get as trainers head his way. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Nakua, the receiver, in motion right. The drive starts with a carry by Hunter. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
There's absolutely nothing he could do in that situation, Kate. Defense broke through so quickly, they had him dead to rights soon after he got the ball in his hands.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. To throw, Stafford. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Stafford. And he loses control, and that one's going to fall to the ground, Brock. Needed to bring that in. Instead, the mistake means it's fourth down.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Brings it in at the 12. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Fields. This is man, but his man does not have that football. He drops an easy one, Brock. It's 2nd down. First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me that's always the start of a new battle, and the defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
Throwing on 2nd, here's Fields. Well, it's free again! Picked up by the Rams! And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown!
Touchdown, Rams!
As quarterback, you just cannot play it fast and loose with ball security, because those defenders, Kate, on the other side, they practice all week to rip and tear and claw at that football. He gave it away, and even worse, he watched him return it for 6.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And lead now 21.
Chiefs 10.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. This is Allen to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Off play action. It's Fields. Left side. It's caught by Rice. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. Play action now. It's Fields. And he will not find the connection on the other end there. Incompletion sets up 2nd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Shotgun snap to Fields. He loses it again. And they scoop it up. Time to put caught deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. It's scooped up by the Rams. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Step one is just making the hit, Brock. Step two, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step three, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy.
Yep.
A unit that doesn't get to celebrate in the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they just keep adding to their lead.
38, Chiefs 10.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Shoots away from one. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And the last two drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense has eaten, it's been a tough watch.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. Couple of yards on the catch, leaves them 2nd and 8. Now Fields. This one's misplayed and falls to the ground. Incomplete, and now it's 3rd down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Fields. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. Matt Ariza, the one to send it away. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. They pitch it out to him here. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
They'll run now on second down. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Third and long for him here. Setting up the screen for Hunter. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short, so expect a punt coming up here on 4th down. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. The Rams are set to punt. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. Secures this at the 17. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Fields. There goes that man again, but a defender on time this time. Hit forces the football out, incomplete. We've got 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocks down that runner.
And this one's going to wind up incomplete. He had him over the middle for a second, but he was muscled off that catch. That brings about 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Punting unit out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams headed out to the field now. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Giving this to Hunter. And they're in there to take him down after a gain of 12. And that's going to set up a Rams 1st down. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. First and 10 from the 32. On the give, this is Hunter. And that effort yields him about 3 yards there. 2nd down. Now I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's Hunter. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
The tackle made
Just
at
1 yard on the play,
36-yard
though.
line.
That leaves him with 3rd down and
It's a
6
gain
to
of a
go.
yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now Stafford to throw. He finds Adams, complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First and 10 now from the 46. Here's Hunter on the carry. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup.
Taken down at the 41.
He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
It's Hunter on 2nd down. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Play action now for Stafford. Got a man. That's Nakua. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a great pickup. 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They put a receiver in motion right. Another carry for him. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Chiefs going with a nickel. Stafford back to throw. Setting up the screen. And they're going to take him down just short of that marker in that range. Might we see them go for this 4th down?
A gain of 6
Those
yards.
kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They were lining up to go for this. Fourth down, here's Stafford. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Fields throwing here. Kelsey's got it right side. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. Great start on that 1st down. Only need 2 here on 2nd. On the run, it's Smith. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Fields now on 3rd. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. They manage about 9 before a stop is made. And that's going to give the Chiefs a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards.
There's no question. The greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Walker on 1st down. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 27-yard line.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Fields to throw it. Wow, it's free again! And it looks like that'll be Rams football. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Hunter on the inside give. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Mansour Delaney on the tackle. Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Rams football, and they don't got to do much. They've already earned a massive lead. Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll find ahead for a few. It's 3rd down.
Ball carrier, George Karloftis on the stop. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Back to the well again. Oh, he's trying to get away, but unable to do so, and they catch him behind the line on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Nevis able to knock it through. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion right. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He's brought down. Play goes for, looks like about 11 yards. And that earns Kansas City the first down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
First down now, ball at the 33. Staying with Walker. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Running with Walker again. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. This is Smith. Knocked down after a gain of about 5. That gives them a 1st down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Putting a receiver in motion. Fields looking to throw. Right side, Thornton's got it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of them on 2nd down. Fields out of the gun. Met at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. 3rd down upcoming.
Fair to say he's just been all over the place in this one today. Some accuracy issues early. They gave him plenty of looks trying to get him into rhythm, but they just never could, and the incompletions continue to pile up.
Throw here, 3rd down. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. He's going for it himself. That's a gain of 10 and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the 1st.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment, made at the perfect time for the first down.
So the drive continues. Offense setting up 1st and 10 now inside the 40. He put a receiver in motion left. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on 2nd down. Here's Fields to throw. Right back to Worthy. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
At the 15-yard line.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
2nd and 3 now. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's got him the 1st down. That 3-yard gain was enough on that previous play. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Fields. Makes the catch. And he's going to be brought down right after making that catch. A good gain, but the tackle limits it to 9. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on 2nd. Looking to throw Fields. Screen here for Smith. Touchdown, Kansas City. I don't think they're going to sweat too much about giving up that touchdown, Brock. Defense has already played its part, deciding this game in their favor.
We don't get to talk about coasting very much. It just doesn't happen in professional football. But I think conserving some energy, they did that and let the offense in for 6.
Butker to try the point after. Sent right down the middle and good. And the deficit now stands at 24.
Rams 41, Chiefs 17.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
For Kansas City.
Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Out come the Rams on offense. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left. They're going to try to grow it even further. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They give it to him again. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. And if you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Oh, it's there, but he dropped it. A painful moment to break concentration. And forces 4th down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. They got a man open and beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
The Rams are set to punt. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
That's all about reading and recognizing right there for the linebacker. The only way you make a tackle for loss on a completion is you see it right away and you jump on it for a loss.
Actually wound up losing a yard on that completion, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 now. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Now Fields. And off his hands and incomplete. So that drop means they failed to convert on 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level with so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. They do snap it. Here's Fields. Loses it again. And it's recovered by the offense, but Brock gets 4th down. You know, only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And they don't need anything out of this drive right now, Brock. That lead's already been built as we look to the scoreboard. But like architects, they might want to see just how high they can take it.
And we're going to know here in just a second on how they attack these opening plays. Do they opt to take it easy, play conservative, or just keep stepping on that gas?
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford. That's complete. Nakua on the left side. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
So 5 on the catch. 5 still to go on 2nd down. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Motioning the tight end now. Stafford now on 3rd down. That one complete to Higbee. And this will only gain him a couple of yards. Needing more to challenge for that marker. It's 4th down. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Mevis able to knock it through. And that grows the lead to 27.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. This is Allen to return. The return comes to an end, and now let's hear what this flag is all about.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got caught, and it lessens the return instead.
Automatic 1st down.
The face mask penalty has him much further up now to begin this drive. Toss play. This is Walker. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. They motion the tight end over. This is Walker on 2nd. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
3rd and long for him here. And there's a screen now for Walker. And out of bounds he goes, well short of that marker. That brings up 4th down. Now I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Putting the tight end in motion. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Dive play straight ahead. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he does not get to that line. Looked for a moment like he might get there, but nope, 4th down coming up. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. He better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And they're unable to pile another 3 onto that lead.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week specifically because of that miss.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. Mahomes is set. Here's 1st and 10. And he's up to 9 of 15 passing after that last completion. They motion a receiver left. It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Nice effort on the hit to break up that throw. We've got third down.
Just continuing to add to some film that's going to be a little bit hard to watch. This guy, you typically don't see completion percentage numbers like this. Very, very accurate guy. Not today. He's going to have to figure out why.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. To the air, Mahomes. Oh, he's going to run for it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Smith. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Look is there, but so is a defender. That hit forces the drop, and that's going to bring up third down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Wow, it's free again! Picked up by the Rams! The 40! Into the red zone! This is returned all the way into the red zone. What a way to add on to that turnover. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Automatic first down.
So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
A loss of 2.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or 2 ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Another carry for him. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
Okay, that is just a terrific effort defensively, and now really sets you up. I don't think this offense can run it. Not after getting knocked backward on 2nd down.
3rd and goal now as they try to pile on further. To the well again. And he's going to be brought down before he can even get to the marker. So now it's going to be 4th down. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Nevis able to knock it through. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
I know it's not a touchdown, but that's exactly what you want to do after a takeaway. Make them pay, and in this case, with 3.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. This is Allen to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. And he can't hang on. The catch was there for him, Brock, but his hands took that one off, so the incompletion means it's 2nd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the perimeter. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. And it's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
3rd and 4 coming up now. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. This throw's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the result's 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
They got to jump up front as long as none of their guys went early, and this is going to give them the 1st down.
Zone infraction, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Automatic 1st down.
A costly penalty flag there as that turns 4th down into 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Mahomes. There goes that man again, but a defender on time this time. Hit forces the football out, incomplete with that 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw Mahomes. He's making a bid for it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Now carry, it's Smith. And they're going to get this first down with ease, Brock. A pickup of about 8 as they convert on 4th down.
Winning, losing, tied, driving for the win. If you're running it on 4th down in the 4th quarter, Kate, you had better be sure you can make that marker.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes now. Rice has it, work in the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say so long from Kansas City.